Hey guys, it's Matt here and welcome to another Flea Market Mondays episode. Now today we're doing things a little bit different, and it's not just because of the tree in the back here, not just the whole holiday spirit that we're trying to get into here at Those Guys Play. It's not that exactly. What we're doing here is, so the reason why things are going to be a little bit different is because I actually went to a thrift kind of antique shop this time. Now sadly, yes, I know it's not a flea market, everybody, but I thought if we're going to jump the shark, let's do things a little bit, let's do it a little bit early in the series. But seriously, the reason why I didn't go to the flea market that I usually go to was because, as you guys noticed from the videos on the channel, I was running very low on cash. Thankfully, some people donated, family, friends, and some of you guys donated. We were able to get an 8TB hard drive that we really needed. I'm sure you guys saw that unboxing and the video talking about that. So because of all that, I was not able to go to the flea market when it was around, and it's around every 2 weeks or so, but thankfully I got some Christmas money in from some amazing family members, and because of that I was actually able to visit a thrift shop, like I mentioned earlier, called Emerald City, which is located in Long Island. You'll see the link to the, to their website and stuff like that below, and the address and other info should be somewhere around me. Also want to mention that we will be filming there sometime in the near future. We'll be doing a new show there and in a few other places around the city and Long Island area. So definitely check that out in this channel in the future. But right now, let's just focus on what I picked up. But first, before we talk about what I picked up, let's talk about how much I went in there with. So normally I go into a flea market with 20, but this time, because it was an antique store, which really just means that there's just not just retro video games there, there's actually a lot. It's kind of like a warehouse, if you will. So I picked up some very interesting stuff there. So I mean, again, let's check it out and just know that I went in there with $40. So let's see what I got up until 40, but I didn't actually spend the whole 40, to be fair. But let's see what I got. Also something to note, because I didn't just have video games there, I got some other stuff as well that added into the 40 budget. So we'll be seeing those as well, because I actually will be using those on future shows, not just on this channel, but also on some of our other channels as well. So let's look at the first thing I got, and I want to apologize for this. This is kind of just a long-running joke between me and Courtney at this point, another host on Those Guys Play. I got Jeopardy for the Sega Genesis. I thought this was going to be $5, so I was actually going to put either this or the next thing that I got back, but I actually ended up getting it for $2, which is why if you're going to go for some very low-tier games, it's actually better to go to stores like this, because I want to show you guys, not only do I have the manual, which wasn't in the best condition, but they had another box there that was still in good condition. The game, however, was not in the best condition, and I didn't want to switch them out because I'm just not a fan of doing shady stuff like that. So yeah, the manual isn't the best, but gotta be honest, am I really looking at this for the manual? Like, is the manual really the thing that I'm worried about when I look at Jeopardy? At this point, like, I'm really just caring of will the game work. And looking at the contacts, I have to still check it out, so I'll do that in a future follow-up video with you guys. But looking at the contacts, they're not that bad. So these contacts are definitely better than the other one that I saw, right? So I think I mentioned that. So yeah, so these contacts better than the other one. The boxes, both same. But the manual is better in that one than in this one. So again, manual matters to some, sure, but I really wanted to make sure that this game worked, and just looking at it, it looks like it's going to work. Might need to do a little bit of a cleaning to it, but it looks like the game will work. Alright, so let's put this game aside to pull out the next game that I thought I was going to get, Wheel of Fortune, for the Sega Genesis for $5, but I was actually able to score it, and I use that term very loosely, for $2. Now this manual is actually in pretty good condition, I gotta say. So this is a good manual, and the game itself, the contacts, they are very weird. So I don't know how to explain them. It looks like, I don't know what someone tried to use on this up here to make it look that bad, but I'm going to assume that it works, and if it doesn't, I don't know what to say, because I'm sure they have a great return policy, but it was only $2. So should I just, go in there and say I want my $2 back for Wheel of Fortune? I don't know. So again, we're going to test to see if this game works on a future episode of Flea Market Mondays, but for right now, this $2 game goes away. So you guys are counting, that's $4. Okay, so now we're going to go for something that is not video game related, but some of you anime fans might be interested in this. I got Urotsuki Doji which is Legend of the Overfiend, which I love how, I know it's more of an adult anime, but I love how it says down here, warning, not for children, guys. Like, seriously, please don't. I'm sure that this company did not want any complaints. The company Anime 18, I believe that is I think it's a subsidiary of, was it Central Park Media? I don't remember exactly, but, oh, hey, it says it right down back there. Okay, cool. So yes, so this is a VHS tape for some of you younger fans who might not know. This is a tape, guys. Ooh, with its original inserts. Oh, dang. Wow. Central Park Media inserts. I did not open this thing up, as you guys can tell. And we're gonna, I don't know if I'll be testing it. I won't be testing if this works on a future Flea Market Monday episode, unless you guys comment below and seem really interested in it. But the reason why I got this, so I didn't know how much this was going to cost either. I thought it was going to be, you know, $5 or so. This was actually $1, and it is very hard to find some of these online. This one, I think, is not that hard to find, to be fair. But if it is, again, sound off in the comments below, guys. But last time I checked, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Alright, so that was the first anime VHS tape I got. The second one is Urotsuki Doji 2, which is the Legend of the Demon Womb. But either way, guys, I was happy to be able to get this as well for $1. And before we truck on, let's see if there's any cool inserts here. No, just the VHS tape. I guess I've been spoiled by the inserts in the other tape. But let's move on to another VHS tape that I'll use the word tickles my fancy. I don't know if that... it's a very interesting term. Okay, so this was also $1, as you can see by right up here. It is a Dragon Ball Z... Okay, so here's why I'm confused, right? It's obviously... people are going to say, oh, it's a bootleg, it's not real, yada yada. Well, here's the interesting thing, though. You guys may have seen our TG Productions YouTube channel where I talk about, where I have anime classics there, where we talk about old fan-subbed anime clips and, you know, how they came to be and stuff like that, and certain either errors or fun little things here and there. So you've seen me do that on TG Productions, on that YouTube channel. If you haven't, then I'm sure I'll be making sure to put the video at the end of this whole video thing, so you guys can check that out. So I don't know what this is yet. I actually haven't put it in my VCR. What if this is the fan-subbed films? Now, the reason why I say this is because 9 and 10, at least in the US, the VHSs were still a thing, but we were really transitioning over into DVD at that time, at least for a few years. So it would be strange if this was just like a TV recording that someone just took of movies 9 and 10. So I have the strangest feeling, and maybe I'm wrong here, but I have the strangest feeling that these are fan-subbed versions of movies 9 and 10. And if so, holy crud. And if not, well, I mean, I guess they're the English versions. I don't know. What else would they be? Like, why would someone just, you know, I mean, to be fair, I mean, it was at a thrift store. Again, maybe someone recorded the two movies in English off of Toonami and put them on a VHS, because that's kind of weird, you know what I mean? So, and I know some might say it's weird to have a fan-subbed version of it out there, but I think it's weirder to have the English versions on this, and to label them so nicely, than to have it in Japanese. I mean, again, you know, these things were transferred, you know, VHS tapes and stuff like that. These things were sent out to different people and stuff like that, usually a bit more professionally, if you will, but still, someone may have just made this themselves, for all I know. So that's very interesting as well. Now, you may have seen me take something else from over there. This was also $1. These are Dragon Ball Z movies 11 and 12. So again, same thing, same label, same everything. So I'm going to imagine this was the same seller trying to unload something from his collection, and we're going to see how legit these are. At least I'm going to see it, and then I'll talk to you guys about it on the Teacher Productions YouTube channel. But these two, like I mentioned, were also $1. So that means that our total has now gone up to $8. That cut was, I can count. There was, I can count things. So, what is the next and last item that is on our list? What brought me all the way up to my $35? There was a $2 tax, I used my card. So technically $33. What brought me up to 33 bucks? Well, we're going to find out right now. It is a complete in-box version of Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge. That's right, this was 25. Where's the price? Can you see? Oh, you see it right down here, guys. Okay, so 25 right here. It was super cool being able to get this. There was some other stuff that I could have gotten, to be fair with you, and I probably should have gotten. Probably won't be there next time I go back. But the reason why I got this specifically is because I played this as a kid. I have the manual in my house, but I don't have the game. So I don't know where the game went. And it's a little confusing because I'm thinking, did someone swipe it? Someone I know swipe it? I know I didn't sell it because I haven't sold any of my Super Nintendo games. So who took my game and why don't I have it? And that's, I'm sure, a mystery that I'll never be able to solve. But what I do know is I actually was able to get this complete in box. Now, I'm going to do a more proper unboxing video for you on the channel another day. But the reason why I want to show this off to you guys right now is because it was in pretty good condition for the price that I got it for. And frankly, if it works, also, I'll open it up for you guys as well in a new show that we have coming up on the channel early next year, very, very early next year. Where I open up different carts and stuff like that, just show you guys the way it looks inside. Because obviously I'm going to have to play it to see if it's real, but also open it up to see if it's real. So anyway, so like I said, I'll be doing a proper unboxing video for you guys later on during the week. But right now, here we have the manual, which is pretty cool because while I do have the manual in my house, I believe the manual I have is one of the black and white manuals. Obviously a little bent over here as well. But online, from when I actually looked up how much this should cost, this should not cost $25. I'll just say that much. I'm not telling you guys what the price should be because I'm not trying to do that here. I'm just letting you know that for the price that I saw this at, I was seeing people split up the box and the manual and the game and some other cool stuff as well that I got in here. Also, when feeling the manual, so the manual looked really new and crisp to me, which worries me because obviously as someone who understands what a repro is, it unnerved me. Thankfully, even though the box looks really good, it feels kind of awkward and sticky, which to me means that, yes, it's gone through some stuff, but not enough to make it look terrible. So clearly the person who had this beforehand, not the person who sold it to me, but the person who clearly sold it to that person, right, clearly was able to keep it in pretty good condition, minus, you know, a little minor wear and tear throughout the years. So I imagine that, yes, they've had this for a while. It's just that looking at some of these imperfections right here. But anyway, let me show you what else came with this. So an important message that tells you to make sure to turn off the control deck. The actual Super Nintendo manual, which is amazing. So frankly, I'm wondering if someone pieced this together in a way, because it's very cool. Because not only that, we actually have the official poster that came with it. And I'm slowly opening up for you guys as I talk, but I'm honestly really impressed that all of this came with it. And yeah, so that really got me. Oh, actually, no, let me show you the game itself. Actually, before I do that, one little insert that was left here. It's actually an Acclaim warranty insert. So while I still, even right now, by the way, I'm not, when I say I worry about something being a repro, in no way am I putting down the store or the person who sold it to me. It's just that as a retro game collector, I was even talking to the person who sold it to me about it, and he was agreeing with me as well. It's really hard to be able to try to get something and not have it be a repro, right? Because like, it feels like everything's a repro now. But thankfully, looking at this game, if it is a repro, then I have to say that someone did a good job trying to mark it up, because it looks like it's been through, I'm not going to say the ringer, but there's definitely some wear and tear, and I'm sure some people would find it really, I guess, disgusting or terrible to have this mark here. This isn't a mark that I think that people, because there's certain marks on certain games that I think, no, don't take that off, it's authenticity, yada yada. This isn't one of those marks, so I might actually be doing a tutorials episode in the future teaching you guys how to get rid of stuff like this, because I'm not a big fan of this being here, but it's not enough of a deterrent to make me not want to buy the whole thing, because frankly, if I want to get the game again, the game isn't going for that much on its own. It's trying to combine all of this that, again, while I'm not giving out the price, it should be more than $25. So the fact that someone's able to piece this together, This is super cool, super excited, and I don't think, like I said earlier, I don't think it was a repro, not just because I trust this store and I trust the person who sold it to me, but because it wouldn't make sense for someone to try to batch this all together as a repro, and then, let's say, try to sell it to them, because they wouldn't be making much of a profit off of it. So I imagine this maybe came from a seller who, minus a few things here and there, really tried to keep their stuff in good condition, you know, gave it to the store, and the store trying to undercut, you know, different sellers online, and being very smart about that, by the way, really was able to sell it to me for a really good price. Now again, in the future we're going to have to see if this actually works, but as of right now, this is a beautiful thing that's going on my shelf, and I am in love with it. The only thing that's I feel a little sad about is, even though it doesn't look like it would cause any damage, there is this little price tag right here. Obviously a lot less intrusive than a GameStop price tag, I'll say that frickin' much, or you know, any other retail store, but obviously it still is on here. So that is a little frustrating, but it's not the end of the world for me. Alright guys, so as you saw, all of this totaled up to the price of $33. And that's how it's a little under my budget. So honestly, this store was really cool. Was it a flea market? I know, but still a cool pickup video. And if you think it wasn't, then please comment below and tell me what you think. And if you like this video, then please remember to like and subscribe. And also comment below about your cool pickup stuff and your cool flea market or, you know, antique store, thrift shop stories. And I just want to thank you all so much for watching. Alright guys, love you all so much, and please check out some of the other videos on this channel. And we're going to definitely do some follow-up vids and a bunch of other stuff like I mentioned throughout the video itself. And yeah, so thank you all so much. Love you guys, and please click on any of the videos that are around me. Alright guys, so take care and see ya.